2 wins, 5 losses. It makes no sense. Tomlin's never had a losing season. Trubisky. Philly freaking Delphia, undefeated. I can't believe it. Kenny, are you okay? Can you take us to the promised land? We're at the bottom of the division. They're on top.
Hello, Richard, welcome.
How do you know my name?
It's in the cards. Come, sit, unburden yourself. How can I be helpful to you today?
I was worried about the Steelers. What's in the cards for them?
Let's see. All right, the Steelers, the moon card. So there might be some tricks up the sleeve. And it is a big player card, so it does definitely suggest that there is something monumental coming. For the Steelers, it would say there's some practice. There's continued team effort that needs to come into play here. There's a call to honesty as well. Everybody needs to kind of be on the same page, be honest with one another, and begin to move forward as a team.
Does that mean a winning record?
Well, let's see. King of Pentacles, well, that is a great card to get. That's definitely a card that wants things to win and to move forward. And King energy has the Midas touch. So everything turns to gold when the King of Pentacles comes in.
Gold, like black and gold. So is Kenny Pickett the king? Is he the answer?
Is Kenny Pickett the king? Tower card reversed. So there's going to be some restructuring here. There might need to be some rebuilding. Kenny might even be in the process of sort of realigning or reconfiguring with values. And it does suggest that there is some work to be done. So is Kenny Pickett the answer? I don't know. So anything else? Love, money, health?
Well,
Come on, don't be shy.
will Pomp ever retire?
Let's see. Queen of Pentacles. I don't know, this person is in the game for a long time. You know, but also with the Queen of Pentacles, this person has a lot of nurturing abilities, is very grounded, and wants to see people succeed.
Yeah, I actually don't want him to retire.
Well, great then.
Love working with him.
Tonight from the Pittsburgh Hideaway in the north side.
For a special spooky edition of Fan Nation. Tooling around town in this 2003 Mercury might seem like a trick.
My mission on this tour will be to convince you that Pittsburgh is one of the coolest cities on planet Earth.
Find out why this tour guide is one of the Burgh's best.
Then from one tour to another, but this one comes with comedy.
Where you been this year, man? No, literally, we need you.
Hop aboard the Berg bus.
And drone racing, Top Gun style. I get my goose on to co-pilot this baby with a local maverick.
Plus, it's a Halloween party, so how about some creepy cocktails?
All that and more. Are you ready?
Because this is Fan Nation, and here we go. This is Pittsburgh, the greatest sports town around. To prove it, we're hitting the road to meet you. The loudest, the proudest, the without a doubtest, best sports fans in the world. This is Fan Nation.
Welcome to Fan Nation.
You gotta buy JP Roofing and Happy Halloween, Fan Nation.
Happy Halloween. Well, obviously everyone knows how much I love Halloween. So what do you think, Richie?
Daisy, I love it. You look awesome as Miss Palomalo. How about me?
Well, Guy Fieri is definitely not a Steelers fan, so I don't know.
It's not Guy Fieri. It's my good friend and former Steelers place kicker, Jeff Reed. You didn't know that?
It's the hair, I guess. But of course, we're honored to be celebrating All Hallows Eve with our friends at BAB Incorporated, who are the proprietors of this incredible space.
It is known as the Pittsburgh Hideaway, and this just isn't a fan cave. As you can see, it's a fans cave. Hi, everyone.
And it has been here just a Kenny Pickett pass away from Acrisure Stadium for ages.
Stick around, because later in the show, we are going to get the full tour and history of this amazing location.
But first, it's time to meet some fans.
And Daisy, I don't even know what to say about Pittsburgh superfan George DeBolt. If you think you know a lot about Pittsburgh, he knows more.
If you think you know the Pittsburgh Steelers, George knows more.
And George puts his money where his mouth is. He has spent a lifetime touring people around town, showing them the best of what the Berg has to offer.
So what does the Berg have to offer sports fans? We hopped on his tour bus to find out.
Since man first appeared on planet Earth, only one city in all of human history can claim 6 Super Bowls, 5 World Series, 5 Stanley Cups, a Division I football championship, a Division III football championship.
Spend a few seconds with George DeBolt and you know 2 things. He knows a lot about Pittsburgh and he is a 412 fanatic.
An ABA championship team. My name is George DeBolt. My father knew all the stories of Pittsburgh, and he was a truck driver. We would go on 6-hour truck trips, and all he would do was share stories of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh sports, Pittsburgh business, Pittsburgh industry, and I loved it. And when I'm a little boy, I said to myself, I want to be just like him when I grow up. We got more to show you. Come on.
But George DeBolt is not just like anyone. His energy is boundless.
His knowledge is deep.
His passion for Pittsburgh, profound.
Oh, and his tour bus, in case you're wondering, a 2003 Mercury. Exact make and model, I cannot tell you.
My mission on this tour will be to convince you that Pittsburgh is one of the coolest cities, not just in Pennsylvania, not just in the good old US of A, but on planet Earth.
With that, we are off.
One of the sights that visitors want to see when they come to Pittsburgh is the location of the greatest hit, the greatest swinging of the bat in the history of Major League Baseball. 3:36 p.m., October 13th, 1960.
It's not a tour.
Bottom of the 9th inning, Game 7.
It's a performance.
Ralph Terry's on the mound for the Pinstripes.
A chance to relive the greatest moments in Pittsburgh sports history.
From a man who honestly might know every single one of them.
Walk-off home run right here. Only time in World Series history where the series ended with a walk-off home run, bottom of the 9th, Game 7.
On twice. I thought the one guy from the Blue Jays did.
Game 6.
Okay.
We love our teams. We love being together. We love feeling good about it. And we're proud.